Maayong adlaw. My name is Janine.
My name is John.
Hi, I'm Cherry.
My name is Mary Rose.
My name is JR.
And welcome to
The Pod Pointe.
Season 2! Hi everyone! You are back to listening the Pod Point. Welcome once again, our dear Pod Pointers.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hi everyone, it's good to be back here.
Yes. Well, I'm so excited for today, but let me tell our audience that this is episode 5 of season 2. I'm just
Wow.
thankful to the Lord.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Creating the
Episode
5
na.
episodes is like it's not an easy thing, right?
Definitely it's not.
True, but we thank God for the strength, this His sustaining strength for us. Well, as what I've mentioned to you, it's always recording day is for me always an exciting one. Although we have that pressure, there's pressure always, there's nervousness always, but I'm always thankful to the Lord for every recording, and it's an exciting thing for me, especially today, because today we are going to talk about romance and love. So after friendship, why not talk about romance and love?
Ooh, wow.
Nagtinanaway.
Favorite topic ni John.
Char.
Bitaw. So I'm gonna start with a survey. Girls and boy. Girls and boy. John is outnumbered today. JR isn't here.
Wherever
JR,
you
hope
are,
you're doing
JR.
good.
Yeah,
Shout
and I'm
out.
calling out to our listeners. If you want to join us, I need help, boys. Come on.
All right. So there's actually I saw this article and it was a survey, and I found it really interesting ba. It was posted in GMA News year 2019. And the title of that article is, "Are you among the 72% of Filipinos surveyed who believe in soulmates?" So there was a survey among online rin siya nga survey. Online survey about 800 Filipino video streamers, and the ages are 18 to 34. So saktong-sakto sa ato ang
Target market.
yes, targeted market, targeted audience. Are you of those
Wrong term.
age?
Let's just say our niche.
Ouch. Social. JR, ikaw ba yan? Bitaw, so, it was, the data shows that 72% of Filipinos believe in soulmates, and then 89% of Filipinos say romance is very much alive in the Philippines, and 68% believe they've already found the one. So here's my question.
Sana all.
Sana all.
Joke lang.
China.
Okay. So here's the question. So we have the word soulmates, and I'm going to add the words hopeless romantic, because these two are actually intertwined in some way or connected in some way. So I'd like to know how these words came to be. Let's try to discuss what are the things that could tell us that, oh, you're a hopeless romantic. We've actually talk about this, right, Mariang, no? Before. And then, why is it like prevalent in the Filipinos, Why do you think? Yeah, so who would want to start? I'm looking at who would want to start. I'm looking at
Maria.
someone here, like directly.
It's going to be me, I think. So, as what I've shared to Ate Janine recently lang, my understanding about hopeless romantic is wrong. Is wrong. It's actually wrong, because I really thought all this time hopeless romantics are the people who are positive about love, who believe about love, but they don't settle for less. Like, they are patiently waiting. So I'm not sure if I'm the only one who understood it incorrectly. But yeah, as I've Googled it, it was debunked.
Debunked. What have you found out? What have you found out?
Hopeless romantics are the opposite of what I understood. They're only the same in a way that they have positive outlook about love,
Mm-hmm.
but they view love. I mean, they they are so idealistic about romance in such a way that they keep on chasing for love even in the wrong way, in the wrong person. Like they are always after love. They always jump into relationships very quickly. So those are hopeless romantics, di ay.
Yeah. Same actually. I thought it was
So,
like
same?
really being hopeful.
At least hindi ako
excited.
nag-iisa.
Although the word was hopeless, but I think it's
Diba?
more of hopeful of being in love and love in a way that kanang happy
Oo.
and that you'll be in a good state.
Oo.
Something like that. But it's completely the opposite,
Opposite.
which I
Yeah.
think Cherry, I think you would want to share more about this too.
Yeah, so
And we'll hear
Yeah.
from John. We need
Ako
we need a man's view, you know.
Man's perspective.
So hopeless romantics, like my understanding of these people are like they are in love with the concept of love. The idea of being in love or being in a relationship. They love the idea of being in love and romance and dating and being with someone who would take care of them, would understand them, would be with them. But then it's like the shallow kind of love. It's not based on a relationship with which conquered challenges, been through thick and thin. It's fleeting. It's a fleeting kind. So that's my understanding of hopeless romantic.
Thank you for that, Cherry.
Okay.
And now on
Okay.
to Pili ka ron dyan.
Let's
Tulumi ka
go.
buok.
I don't think I can top what Cherry just said. I think she mentioned everything, but yeah, I agree with Mariang and Cherry. Hopeless romantic is chasing the thrill of it. Hopeless romantic is it's more so of like, for me, it's more of like a kind of love that you want to be in. It's more of like selfish kind of love for me.
Very
because
idealistic
Yes.
and full of sentimentality.
very idealistic, very fanatical, and I think I also believe that it's influenced by all these movies and shows
Yeah, the
about
culture of the
romance.
Philippines.
Yeah, I'd like that you brought it up because I think it's this continuous fantasy of which is being
K-drama
brought,
is
being brought by the media, of course,
Yeah.
and any other literary genres, not just K-dramas, movies, even
Yeah.
books.
Yeah.
Kaway-kaway dyan pag high school sa akong mga classmates.
Mga
na-
Wattpad.
Wala pa yung Wattpad sa among nga time. Oh my gosh, generational gap. na rin, ano. But, pocketbooks. I don't know if... But during our time, daghan kay kong classmates na.
Precious
Yung ani jud
Hearts.
yes,
Mo na,
Precious
te.
Hearts. Yung ani
Daghan
jud
ako
katas
mama,
oh.
no?
Funny kay. But yeah, I think there's that portrayal of a knight of shining armor, the one
And a
who would
damsel
save
in
us.
distress.
Especially for girls. And there's this portrayal of
The
that bad
damsel in
boy.
distress.
Bad boy turned good because of you. Like, you complete me. Which somehow becomes very dangerous. But before we go to the part of the danger of these notions, is I also want to talk about talking about the one, soulmates. Any thoughts about this one? What do you think?
So, sige ako. When I was younger,
With
I want to
kilig man.
share. Because when I was like in high school, I used to believe that all people should have their own match, their
Yeah.
soulmate. This one person who would come in your life and then change everything and make everything beautiful. Like make everything perfect. But then as we grow older and mature, we realize that this is like only a concept that is maybe created by someone who wanted that kind of love but then didn't had the chance to get it, or bas ganang concept ra siya. It's not a reality. So for me, I stick to this, to the biblical kind, which is it is a gift from the Lord. It is something that is um given by the Lord. It is part of His will for our lives. So not everyone has that other half, your other half. But then it's not that it's something to be sad about, or like to be to lament about, but
Pressured about it.
yeah, but it's like fully entrusting your life to the Lord. If He comes, great. But if I don't have, then great as well. Then okay ra jud, Lord. Ana siya. So mo na nakaroon ako ang
Yeah. Thanks for
mindset.
sharing, Cherry. How about you, John or Mariang?
Yeah, soulmate.
Regarding soulmates.
Yeah, just regarding soulmate. Yeah, I have to agree with what Cherry said about it being a concept, guy. Um, Again, not all of us have, or is, as what Cherry mentioned earlier. Kay, she mentioned everything correctly. Jude, I don't think there's anything else I could add on, but just to rephrase and to reiterate what she said, it's that it's a gift, and that not every, although it may be a gift, but not everyone is given that privilege, because as what we and for the benefit of the viewers, we've had this discussion earlier that there's blessed singleness.
Oh,
as
and we're
well.
gonna talk more about that later on.
Yeah, it's going to be another topic. So
Yeah. So
be excited for that, guys. So yeah, as I was saying, yeah, I believe it's just soulmate is a concept, but yeah, that's it. Soulmate's a concept.
let's stop from there.
Yeah.
well, let's move on to
Yeah.
what I said, which I think
Yeah,
John.
so-
that. Go ahead,
So,
John.
yeah, you mentioned earlier about danger. So why don't we talk about it? I mean, we've been talking about what hopeless romantic is all about, what soulmates are, but we do also believe that there are dangers to romantic love. Just wanted to get your thoughts, guys, as to what these dangers are as Christians.
Yeah. Or we could start off like maybe what could be the things that
Yeah.
could identify someone as a hopeless romantic. We'll start from there, and then maybe let's find some dangers in those kind of situations or thinking. Anyone?
Yeah, I guess I could start. For me,
Oh, ganahan ko ani. John will
So-
start. Go, John.
for an example of a hopeless romantic is someone who is always looking for that butterfly in the stomach. It's
The
yeah, the
the flutter.
the butterflies, the flattery. So it's more so of like
Butterflies and
their
roses.
perspective of love is all about the good times, not
Yeah.
the bad times. And
Candlelight dinners.
Yeah, candlelight dinners.
roses and
Ro-
chocolate.
Yes.
Dinner over the mountain,
Ah.
lanterns flying everywhere, violin on the
Very
side.
romantic.
Very romantic.
Yeah. And then accidentally, quote unquote, falling to your knees and then presenting a ring to your girlfriend or partner or whatever.
At the beach with good scenery,
Yeah,
things
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah. And that's it. Parang gusto ko yan.
Nag-imagine pa.
Suddenly, parang,
Imagine.
that sounds nice. Bitaw, bitaw.
Siguro the danger of what Kuya John, the example of Kuya John is that if we take away that idea from
Those
the
romantic
equation or
ideas.
the in relationships, if we're too focused on the positive side, we are not ready to deal with with
Yeah.
the downside of
mess.
it, or the
The
mess,
mess,
or
yeah.
the hurdles that comes along with your relationship. So if you're not ready for it, then the tendency is for you to get away from it,
Yeah.
diba? And that's that's what we see right now in our surroundings. Like, people get into relationship and leave from that relationship because they realize na, oh, I did not sign up for this mess, or
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
it's part of it, diba?
Yeah.
It's part of it. So that's the danger of being a romantic relationship. If we're too focused on the happy side, then our tendency is to jump from one relationship to another because we're just trying to look for fun and excitement. But that's not the case in actual, or in reality. That's not what is
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah, for me it's also like setting up all these expectations in your head and having all this kanang he should be like that, the person I should fall in love should be like this one, he should do these things for me to be able to know na siya na jud, all this kanang wish list na dapat ma-check na niya tanan, and then dira pa ko mo, like I can tell na okay siya na jud. But then it's more mature if we say na it's me choosing this person, loving him for who he is right now, like his current state, who he is, and then we will grow together with the Lord, with the blessing of the Lord with us. We will grow together and be that best version of ourselves together. So it's like mao na ang kuwang karon sa society, because we tend to put on pressure to this person na, uy, why are you still single? Or why are you choosy? Or like, wala lang jud nang uyab or something. But then, some people don't realize that entering into a relationship is investing yourself in that person, like giving part of you, part of who you are to that person. And if it would like imong dalion, and like you will enter into it without discerning properly, it would rip part of you if that relationship ends or don't work out. So yun, it's part of you. It's yeah.
They say
May
na
pinaguhugutan.
they say na if you marry this person, you will marry to the past, present, and future version of
correct.
this person. So whatever happens, he should be ready for his
Mm.
future version.
Because you become one man. When you marry, you're one. You're considered as one person serving the Lord. In the eyes of all, you are one. So whatever happens inside the relationship would affect both of you.
Yeah.
So siya.
This may be a bit off the topic, but one very big lesson that I've learned from my dad about love is that love is sacrificial. It's not all about
Perfect.
what your partner can give to you,
Mm-mm.
but it's also about what you can do
Yes.
for
Correct.
that respective partner. So may it be pushing through her her weaknesses or her bad side, helping her improve, helping him or her improve her weaknesses, like may it be probably uncontrollable anger or anger issues, those kinds of stuff. So yeah, love is sacrificial as well. And I have to say, and I'm not saying this to say bad things to my current girlfriend, but
Shout
she
out.
tends to
Shout
have
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
Kadali lang.
no, we tend to we both of us, I have to say, both of us have our own anger issues. You know, it's
it's inevitable.
No
Couples
relationship
fight.
is perfect.
Yeah, no relationship is perfect. But because of what my dad taught me about love is sacrificial, I learned to accept this certain behavior of hers. And I'm also glad and happy and blessed that she has learned to accept this side of me as well. So it's just give and take.
Yeah, and since we're talking about you guys are like mentioning relationship and then marriage, because as Christians, when we get into a relationship, always it follows that we also think of marriage,
Yeah.
right? So that's why we also put emphasis on marriage in the context of relationship, because
Yeah.
we don't just stop at dating
We date
and
to
getting
marry.
to know I
Yes.
like that word.
Date to marry.
Date to marry. Yes. And speaking of marriage, I just want to put also emphasis that two person becomes one, right? And these two persons are imperfect. So two imperfect people doesn't create an equation of perfect harmony,
Yeah.
perfect relationship. No. But in the context of marriage as Christians, we believe that these two persons, they're united as one in the name of the Lord. So um, God is the center. Although we know that the two of you are imperfect, you have your own weaknesses, you have your own struggles, whatever it is, you bear with each other because that's your vow to the Lord.
Yeah.
Ingana. And then I also want to put emphasis that you never get your capacity to love from the person you were called to love.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, let me repeat that
That's
because
true.
John was like,
Oh my
what?"
gosh.
Okay, let me repeat
Sir,
that.
I've
We're
lost
a-
my sense of English today.
You never get your capacity to love from the person you were called to love.
Mm-mm.
So, where do you get your capacity to love?
Makes sense.
It says here, it's at the foot of the cross of the Lord
Mm.
Jesus
Yeah, correct.
Christ. So, that's where we're coming from. The love that
Yeah.
we give to that person doesn't come from him, it comes from the Lord.
Because God is love.
Exactly.
And He
we love because he
Because
first
he is,
loved us.
correct.
Yes, yes. And I want to go back to the dangers because here I have a note here that, you know, the words or the phrase in the name of love. Going back to being a hopeless romantic and thinking about soulmates and the one, in the name of love, foolish things were done. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's just similar to how love could blind us or blind our
Correct.
decisions from time to time.
Yeah.
So love, I've heard about this somewhere back then. Love shouldn't be all the time just about our emotions, our hearts, but it also should be logical as well, a combination of emotions and logic. So if we have that tendency, is we might be able to prevent or minimize making poor decisions because of love.
Yeah, that's why we go back to the thinking banga, oh, I don't want to be a hopeless romantic. Now that we know that what it is, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we think as if like, oh, you will just really have a good life when you are in a relationship and when you are in love, and that actually is depicted in, you know, again, the media,
The movies.
movies, books, even songs, right? Even songs, it's being shown as that. But again, we have to go away from it. We have to know what's the biblical truth of love.
Yeah. I think it would all boil down to the intent or the reason why. Your why. Why do you want to be in a relationship? Why do you want to have the one with you na? So it's like, are these only for selfish reasons? Like you want to feel this kind of way because you feel like if you're in love, you feel happy and joyful and everything at the same time,
Ecstatic,
etc., etc.,
blooming.
etc. Yes. But
Butterfly.
then but then there are times na it won't be that way. So what would you do if it's all a mess na ang sa table, and then you would always go back to your why? If your why is like aligned with the will of the Lord, if your why is because Lord, we know that if we are together we can better serve you, we can better ourselves through you, through our
Mm.
service together, then you can surpass these challenges. But then if shallow lang imong why, and you just wanted it for selfish reasons or for selfish motives, or then you can give up easily, and then the relationship can be broken, and then your heart, which is so fragile, which is so precious to the Lord, can easily be broken because you put it in a table na kabaw ka nga kanang mawala ra siya ba.
I think you said something about selfish motives or reason. I just wanted to like quote C.S. Lewis regarding this. He said that if affection is made the ultimate sovereign of a human life, the romance, is being put as a priority sa ato kay it will germinate daw, and then love, having become a god, becomes a demon. Wasin kuyo kayo. Like, you put like, it's just telling you that if you really put it first, that kanang you make it becomes like an idol.
An idol.
Yes.
Right? So, that's why even for married couples, it's, di ba? Married couples, sorry, marang dili ko kuan. Credible about this. But I just, lang ba, kanang read about it that sometimes even married couples, they would idolize their
Spouse.
partner or spouse. Nga na ba? And that's the danger of it also. And same goes if you're like in a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship, especially to our young adults, like when you're in a relationship like this, you forgot about the Lord. Right?
Actually, even for single people,
Yeah.
if our mindset is romanticizing our life, if we're too like what's this? If we're too focused on the what do you call that? The happy side of being single, and you tend to forget that the purpose of this season is for you to glorify God and serve Him and love Him, then it's also dangerous.
Yeah. It's like saying na we should not, as single people, should not waste our waiting period. If we have this desire to be in a relationship or marry in the future, this is our time as singles to like kanang
Prepare?
grind double time for the Lord, and like siya ra ato ang all our time can be focused man on Him, na wala pa tayo responsibilities on on family, kids, etc., etc. So everything like our all can be surrendered and be used as for service to the Lord. So muna siya nga, it would not be a waste. It should not be a waste ang kaning waiting season. Kaning waiting season.
And that's the beauty of singleness.
Yes. So, ay mo kabala ka. Okay ra na.
Correct,
Serve ta kang
yeah.
Lord. Kaya natin to.
Yes, especially sa itong mga titas and titos, hapit na raw ang Pasko. Day! Nga na
Nga,
single pa ka.
yes.
Diba?
Mao na gyud ni ang topic sa balay ni uli.
That's just the thing. It's kind of like typical Filipino culture where you should have or you must have this and that at a certain age. So that makes it all the more difficult as
Yeah.
well.
I think there is also this depiction that if you're single, you're lonely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No? Which is so, for
Bitaw.
me, not really.
So 1980s.
Not really. Really sure.
No, there are times na we can feel it na me personally ni share. Okay. Na asa naman Lord, like
Mm.
you can hope for it. Wala may you can desire for the
Oo.
for a
Yes,
partner like
yes.
si Lord dili mo ingon nga dili ka pwede mo wish kanang ingani or
Yeah,
ma-pray.
yeah, yeah.
You can I'm praying for my partner, my person.
Soon to be husband.
Yes. So si Lord open ra gina siya, but I keep on reminding myself na everything has its season. So there's a season for me to grow as a single person, and then there would eventually come that time na I'll grow with the person that I'm with na. So it's like entrusting Jude everything, every
To the Lord.
season to the Lord,
Mm.
and even though there are times na sometimes because of the pressure, I can also question myself na, am I not enough to be like for someone to like me or like someone tawag anay?
Because you feel like it's been
Yeah,
a
you
long time,
think-
so you think that, oh no, am I not like
Dili ba ko
desirable?
Unsay tawag
Or
anay?
is that the right word?
Unsay yung right word ana kanang unsa
I
ba?
cannot even.
Oh, kana
Basta
siya.
something,
Basta
something in the
makarelate
line
mo
of
ana.
being desirable as a
Woman.
your wife, as a
Oh,
wife.
Pero si Lord, the goodness of the Lord, no, as you read His Word and as you meditate on His Word and be with Him, kana He would always keep on reminding me that my worth is not on me being in a relationship, or my worth is not on that other person that would come.
Or being in a status of being single,
Yes.
Mm.
marriage.
But my worth is in Him, and that
Amen.
I lack nothing because I have
Exactly.
Him.
Yeah.
Oh, diba, Lord?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I would like to ask Mariang on
Yeah.
this one because you did a devotion about this. So maybe you can echo more about this between singleness and marriage.
I want to agree with Ate Janine that singleness is not equal to loneliness, because marriage will not, or being in a relationship will not satisfy our deepest longings, because as what Ate Cherry said, na our worth is in the Lord, and our ultimate satisfaction is in the Lord. And whatever season we are in, we should get satisfaction from the Lord and not from other things. And so, going back to what Ate Janine asked about marriage and singleness, mura jud ko counselor. But yeah, we shared earlier about this topics, or about marriage and singleness, that these two are gifts from the Lord.
Mm.
And but yeah, we can only get one from these two gifts in our lifetime, diba? So either we get married or we remain single. But my recent realization, or based from what I learned from the passage that we went through earlier, is that the way the world view about marriage is that it's like it's the ultimate goal, right?
Mm.
So it's like that's why people are pressuring you to to get
Yes.
married, because they think na
You
marriage
will be
is
happy
the
in the end.
Be
if you
all
do
and
that.
all.
Yeah.
yeah, you will be happier if you get married. But the Bible debunks that
So,
Word of the day.
Yeah.
day.
Debunk.
Correct.
that idea that marriage is not the ultimate goal, as well as
Being single.
Being single.
It's not the ultimate goal.
yeah, but it's I lost my thoughts. Sorry. So the way the world view about marriage is that it's the ultimate goal, right? But the Bible tells us that if you're single right now, Apostle Paul tells us that if you're single right now, then it's better for you to remain single. But if you really have this desire to get married, then you go pray for it, and yeah, prepare yourself for it, because it's not just about the butterflies in your
Yeah.
stomach, but
Correct.
it comes with responsibilities, diba?
Mm.
How you can satisfy your partner, your spouse, how you can serve your children, how you manage homes
Yeah.
for the wives, diba? So there are a lot of
Things to
responsibilities
consider.
that comes with it, diba? But it's still a gift, and it's really a gift from the Lord that you can enjoy.
Which
And-
ano ba? Which go back to what you have also like said about Songs of Solomon, that specific part that we should not.
Awaken love
Awaken love
until
until
it so desires.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, so because it will just bring us needless pain.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Yes, yes.
And should we talk about how we awaken love even though it's not yet time?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it, Marian. Actually, we can talk more about it later in, our next episode because
siguro.
we're running out of
in another
time.
episode.
I wanna pass this to John and maybe share your takeaway regarding this episode. It's really interesting, and I know you can share more about it, especially
Yeah.
that you're in a relationship. Bitaw.
I don't know. We've discussed a lot about love, and for the first time in how many episodes, I feel like I'm at a state of information overload.
Really?
Yeah. So, love is the most talked about topic, but it isn't the easiest topic
Yes,
to talk
correct.
about. But yeah, one key takeaway I have to say is that love is a gift from the Lord.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree. And you mentioned about the two of you mentioned about deepest longings, and you know how I'm not sure if you see this. It's how society is singleness is depicted like being lonely, right? And that because you're lonely, you wanted to chase love and things like that. So that there is that longing to be loved. And I just wanna kanang delve deeper into that actually I believe as a Christian that humans are actually really hardwired for eternity. And eternity is joyful, that kind of paradise. And when you say hardwired for eternity, meaning and in that kind of paradise, in that kind of happiness and joy, the Lord is in it for sure. He is at the center. So if you feel like you're empty, you know how you feel like at the end of the day, even if you're in success or even if you're in love, you feel like you're empty still, that your heart is empty. You know, humans has that deepest longing of peace and happiness, eternal, something like that. And
There's this void.
yeah, this
within
void,
us.
and only Christ can be able to fill
Mm.
that.
Fill that void.
Void.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only the
I wanna
Lord can
I wanna
satisfy.
end with that one.
Yeah, correct.
Thanks for the supplement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
How about you, girls, ladies?
Me, takeaways. I've been like from the time I was like kid pa, my mom would always tell me things about love, biblical kind of love. Then I would always dream of this love. But then as time goes by, I realized na the love that I am looking for, that each of us are looking for, we can only get it from God.
Mm.
There's like nothing can fill every void. Nothing can ever satisfy us except the Lord.
Amen.
So-
I agree.
Our life should always be centered on searching or yearning for God.
Mm.
Exactly.
Because, di ba there's the verse na, seek me first,
yeah.
and everything else will follow. So, if you have that desire na in your imong mga dreams, and for us desire sa ako desire to marry someday. It starts with seeking and being with the Lord and like doing things for Him, etc., etc. And if He wants it for me, because He would not withhold. My mom would always say, if God desires it for you and it's for you, He would not withhold every good thing from you because you are His child. So, yeah, mo na ang imong assurance. My assurance is that I am a child of God and that my worth and my satisfaction is in Him. And if He desires it for me, then He
Yeah.
would come.
If it's for God and from God, who can be against us?
Yes,
diba?
correct. That's all. Mariang.
Yes, how about you,
Laban.
Mariam?
Copy and paste. Same lang pod gyud ni ate na. I actually in this season of my life right now, kaya diba, we always share about like all of us wants
Yeah.
to get married someday, diba? But
The
I
plot
always
twist of 2023.
still waiting for the plot twist. But I always kanang meditate about it na kanang I would remind myself ba not to be too focused on that desire, but ultimately to really serve the Lord in the season that I'm in. And so yeah, I'm glad that in this season I realized and I came to know that if you're not satisfied while you're still single, then you will never be satisfied when you get married. But given that fact, I still I with that truth in mind, I double time on working with my relationship with the Lord while I am still single.
Yeah.
I still have a lot of time, and but right now I still prepare for myself for
That yeah.
Desire that he
next season because
Yeah.
I
Let's
have
go.
this desire and I want to prepare myself for it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
Nice
yeah.
kayo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Such
That's
a-
yes, John.
I don't know. Such a very broad topic.
Yeah, I agree.
Broad topic, but we actually need to really talk about it because, again, in the media, love is just being depicted as all happiness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
so
butterflies. In
all
the
butterflies and things like that.
Stomachs.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that's actually our
Yeah.
episode for today. Thank you so much,
Yay.
Pod
Thank you so
Pointers.
much,
And
guys.
John, I'm gonna give the floor to you.
Yeah. Once again, thank you guys, and to our viewers, thank you so much for listening in. And we want to hear from you too. We want to hear your thoughts, your opinion, your ideas of love, singleness, or everything we've discussed in this episode. And with that as well, we would like to invite you to our church service every Sunday here in One Central Hotel, 7th floor at 10 a.m. Sunday morning. We've also got our Facebook page where we stream live Sunday service live, which is Cross Point Church Cebu. We also have our own YouTube page, Pod Point, right?
It's under the
Yeah,
Cross Point Cebu Church
channel.
YouTube page. You
Yeah.
could find our videos in there.
Yep.
But we are also on.
Spotify
Yes.
as well. So yeah, please do come hang out with us via all of these medias or platforms. Yep. And yeah, we again, guys, we don't bite.
Yes, and we'd love that you would share every episode, not just this episode, to your friends, to your family, to
Yeah.
your girlfriends and boyfriends, maybe.
Yeah, not only sharing, but I'd like to emphasize again, we want to hear from you guys.
Yes. And that's it. See you on our next episode. Have a good
Bye,
day.
guys.
Bye.
What's up, everybody? The Pod Point family would like to hear from you. If you want to share or ask something about our episodes, or if you want to suggest a topic for next discussion, please, you can send us an email to thepodpointcebu podpointe@gmail.com. It is the Pod Pointe's mission to point today's young adults to Jesus. We hope that our podcast gives them the encouragement and teachings they need in facing their life issues. So, we would love you to share this episode to your friends and family. Also, please follow and rate our Spotify account. This will surely help us reach more people on this platform. I will end with a verse. Psalm 115 verse 1. Not to us, Lord, not to us, but to your name give glory. For the sake of your steadfast love and your faithfulness. See you all!